Ooh, hi friends. Welcome back to another video that I'm actually filming and will post. I'm Sam. This is what Sammy reads. This is my April wrap up, my May TBR. Woo! We're gonna get into what I read in April. Oh, I only read 3 books in April, which is fantastic, and I feel disappointed. To start the month of April, I read Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. So I was about 100 pages in and I was reading it on my Kindle, and then I was like, I need to have this in my possession. So I bought it, but like, I kid you not, it's like almost every page of this book on my Kindle was marked up. My rating was 5 stars. It's not because of the romance, because it's not a romance. You can't go into this book thinking it's a romance, which luckily I knew to not go into this book thinking it was a romance. I went into this book knowing that it's not a romance. It's maybe a little bit, no, not maybe. It's toxic, and you're not gonna root for the characters. You're gonna find some of their actions insufferable, but there's something about the way that Jessa wrote these characters that makes you love them anyway. I found them annoying, but I still loved them. There are lines in this book that, like, within the first 10 pages, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a 5-star read. Like, next. This is Happy Place by Emily Henry, her latest release. But this book, I don't want to say it beat Beach Read because it's been such a long time since I've read Beach Read, but it could beat Beach Read. It's very possible. They're both 5-star books for me. What made it 5 stars for me was the complete wrap up of a romance within a found family, because I didn't feel as though our FMC was just with her and her love interest. I felt the love of the found family that she created and found in college. I just love this book. Emily Henry just reminds me so much of why I fell in love with reading again. And I mean, there's just, I'm flipping through and I think I've underlined on almost every page. I've wrote the word intoxicating like so many times. Like, I just write intoxicating to talk about Win, because he's not better than Gus, because personally, like, I don't know, like, Gus just really, like, is like the kind of men that I love, like the dorky, like cocky dork man. Think like Styles, Stilinski, Seth Cohen, right? But this guy really, Win really was something new and something interesting. The story was not at all what I expected. I have so many things I wrote down in this book when I was annotating that I thought would happen that never happened, because I was just like, I think I know where this is gonna go, and I didn't, like, at all. I did not know where this was gonna go at all. So that is Happy Place. You guys are probably not even gonna be able to tell what this is. It's Heart of the Raven Prince by Tsonia Odette, which is the second book in the Entangled with Fae series. I rated Heart of the Raven Prince 4 stars. I really, really liked this one. I liked this one a lot more than Curse of the Wolf King. I thought it was so well-rounded. Such a good, like, build-up of the romance. Curse of the Wolf King, you could feel the tension, I would say, but it wasn't like, it didn't make much sense to me, because it felt like from like 0 to 100. Heart of a Raven Prince literally felt that gradual build-up of like being like personal with each other, showing the true colors to one another. I just loved it a lot. The extra oomph of Franco's character really did it for me, really sold me. So those are all the books that I've read in April, and now I'm going to tell you what I'm currently reading. So I'm currently reading Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I'm about 41 pages in, and I have, every page has a highlight on it. I'm already like enthralled. I just haven't had time to really dive into it this week. But I'm so excited to see what Alice Feeney is gonna do. Of course I have my theories, and I have my like, oh, this book is this book adjacent, like to me, like this book reminds me of another book I've already read, but I'm gonna try to not have as many opinions about it anymore because I don't think I'm that good at telling plot twists in thrillers at all, because I have not been a thriller reader, but I will be. I'm entering my thriller era. I will tell you that right now. I have a few rereads in this pile, and this is the first of those. The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I could just read the second book and call it a day because of the second season of the show, but I also know that I'm really wanting a nostalgic feeling right now of a summer read. If you don't know what this is about, basically every summer Belly goes to Cousins Beach, and she stays there with her family and her mom's best friend, Susanna, and her boys, Conrad and Jeremiah. It follows this summer that like everything changed for her. She starts getting noticed by boys and starts learning about what romance is. She's like obsessed with Conrad. She's always been in love with Conrad, and very good reason. Something else happens. Like, is there another boy that enters the picture? Maybe. Always. I mean, like, you gotta add it. You gotta make it interesting. Am I right? Okay, a book I've never read before. The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund-Broca. Basically, they used to co-write novels together, and they just haven't been speaking because something happened. They're forced to reunite to write one more book, and maybe they'll end up together. Who knows? I don't, because I haven't read it. Next, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Can you tell I'm a Haley Pham stan? I'm not going to read the back, and I'm not going to explain what it's about because I don't know. But I'm also not explaining what it's about or reading the back because I love going into fantasy blind. Completely blind. Oh, that's right. Okay, I read the back. I lied. She makes a deal, and it's like that kind of adventure. She's making a deal. Maybe she's trying to get out of it. I don't know, because I'm not really gonna go into this with too much detail. Next, reread. I mean, we knew this was coming because I have to see if Happy Place will beat out my #1 romance book. And I'm excited, to say the least. I know I'm not showing like I'm excited, and like my voice doesn't sound like I'm very excitable, but I promise, I swear, I'm excited. Gus as ever, he writes. And then there's January Andrews, and she writes. They write very different genres. She writes like best-selling romance, happy-go-lucky stuff, and he writes like, is it historical fiction? Literary fiction. And they end up living next to each other for like the summer, and they make a deal to like write a book in each other's genres, and they start going like on hangouts or like going on little mini adventures, do research for their books. So he takes her to do things that he would do while he's writing. She takes him to do things that she would do while she's writing, to get in their modes or like to get in the zone. Well, there, won't they? The last few books I want to read are on my Kindle. First, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I've tried to read it. I've gotten to chapter 8, and I just have not gravitated back toward it. Like, I just haven't been in the mood. I've been in the mood for more light stuff lately. Next, I'm hoping to read Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This is a trilogy, and it comes before Once Upon a Broken Heart. I don't know what Caraval is about, other than it's maybe like a magical circus. That could also be a lie. Oh, it's like a game. It's like a magical game. Next, I have Daisy Hates One. I want to be back in the Magnolia Parks universe. I know it follows Daisy Hates, it follows her brother Julian. I think it follows more of a family dynamic, the first one at least. So I'm excited to see that and read about that, because I find family dynamics in books to be really interesting. And I think that's it. That has been what I read in April, my May TBR, and my current reads. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will try my best to regularly upload depending on how much time I have. I might have to just do like every other week, but I will try to not let a month go by without an upload, I promise. If you're interested in more book videos or lifestyle videos, you can go ahead and subscribe below, and like this video if you want to see more content like this. Have an amazing rest of your morning, afternoon, or night, whatever time you're watching this. Bye!